Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon. Today I have another video for the family, and this video talks about Arabic verbs, especially verb measure 3. I talked about measure 1, measure 2, and today I will be talking about measure 3. So measure 1 is fa'ala, fa'ain, lam, and measure 2 is fa'ala. Just to remind you, fa'ain and ain has the shadda and then lam, and today measure 3, fa'ala. Fa, alif, ain, lam. Today's video was asked for by some viewers or listeners of this channel. So let's say your request has been granted. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And together we will grow this channel. And let's see what we have for today. نحن هنا الآن, we are here now. أوزان الفعل الثلاثي. We're still dealing in Arabic with the three-letter root. So that is the root of everything. So today, measure 3, as you can see here, measure 3. And measure 3 is reciprocal. Reciprocal means mutual, or, like you do something and somebody else on the other hand or on the other side doing the same. We kind of like mutual action. All right, so and I have the past, the present, the imperative, the verbal noun, and then the subject, the object, and the place or time as usual. So our verb today is, or our scale, so to speak, is fa'ala, and this is the scale. So the past tense, the present tense, yufa'il, the imperative fa'il, and the masdar, the verbal noun, is mufa'ala, or either fi'al. So both, but mostly this one, mufa'ala. And then sometimes we see fi'al. Mufa'il. Mufa'il is the doer. Mufa'al is the object. So as you can see here, the ain here in the subject, the ain has the kasra, and here has the fatha. That is the only difference between the subject and the object. And also for the place of time, is exactly the same as the object. So that's why I do not put anything here. So let's see some verbs that I use in order to elaborate on today's measure. Qatala, qatala. So this is the scale I'm using it. Qatala is to fight. Qatala, he fought. And as I have been saying, that our verb is modeled of the past tense of he. So qatala, qatala, that's the same. He fought. Yuqatil, he fights. Qatil, qatil is, that's the imperative, fight. And then the difference between the imperative and the verb is here, the ta has the fatha. Here, the ta has the kasra. That's the only difference. Qatil. And then the verbal noun is muqatala, because here I have mufa'ala, so I model this, muqatala, and also qital. And qital is this one, fi'al. I can say muqatala or qital, fighting, or the fight. And I mean the fight, the noun fight. And then the fighter is muqatil. And then the fought, the person who is being fought against, that is muqatal, and that is the place. Haraba, haraba is to combat. Also, you can say to fight, the same, but to combat. So haraba, he combated. Yuharib, he combats. Harib, if you want to order is to fight. Harib, combat. And then combating is muharaba. And then muharib is the combatant or the fighter, muharib. And then muharab is the battle or the person who's being fought by this one. Dafa'a, we have dafa'a. Dafa'a is to defend. He defended is dafa'a, the same as this one. Yudafi', that is the present tense. He defends. And the imperative, dafi'. And the verbal noun is mudafa'a or difa', and that is defending or defense. And I mean defense, the noun. And then the defender is mudafi', and the defended is mudafa'. So if you defend your country, you will be mudafi', the defender, and your country will be mudafa', the defendant. All right. Qabala is to meet or to interview. So qabala, he met. Yuqabil, he meets. Qabil, that's the order or the imperative form, meet. Muqabala is meeting someone, or the interview. And then muqabil is the interviewer, or the person who meets. And then muqabal is the interviewee, or the person who's being met by this one. So this guy initiated the meeting. So this guy here will be muqabal, or this person here will be muqabal, and the place is in the object. Shahada is to watch. He watched it is shahada, same. Yushahid, he watches. Shahid, that's the imperative or the order or the command. Watch. Mushahada is watching, or the watch, and I mean the noun watch, like under your watch. That's the noun I meant. Mushahada is watching. Mushahid is a viewer or a watcher. And then mushahad is the watch. So if you are watching a TV, you will be mushahid. And the movie that you are watching will be mushahad, or the TV could be mushahad. Sa'ada is to help. So sa'ada, he helped. Yusa'id, he helps. Sa'id, that's the imperative, help. Musa'ada is helping or help as a noun. Musa'id is the helper or the aid or the assistant. Musa'ad is the help, or the person who's being helped by this person here would be musa'ad, and that is the place. Rasala is to correspond or to pin pal. So rasala, he corresponded or he sent something. Yurasil, he corresponds. Rasil, that's the imperative, corresponds or send something to the other end or to other person. Murasala is corresponding. Murasil is the correspondent or the reporter in case of like the news. Murasal is the correspondent, and here is the place. Naqasha is to discuss. Naqasha, he discussed. Yunaqish, he discusses. Naqish, that's the imperative or the order to discuss someone. So naqish, discuss. Munaqasha is discussing or discussion. Niqash also, there's another form also is true. Munaqasha or niqash, both of them correct. So that's the discussing or the discussion. Munaqish is the discusser, the person who discusses. And then munaqash is the thing being discussed. Raja'a is to audit or to review. Just doing a revision over something. So raja'a, he audited or he reviewed. Yuraja', he audits. Raja' is audit, that's the imperative, or review this. Muraja'a is reviewing or auditing. Muraja' is the auditor or the reviewer. And then muraja' is the thing being reviewed or audited. Sabaqa is to race or to compete or to contest. Sabaqa, he raced or he competed. He contested something. Yusabiq, he races or he competes. Sabiq, that is the order, race, compete. Musabaqa and sibaq. These two here are the verbal noun. Musabaqa, sibaq. So sibaq is mainly like the race, like car race, camel race, so on and so forth, as opposed to musabaqa is like a competition or a contest. But both forms correct. سباق or مسابقة. And then مسابق or متسابق is the racer or the competitor, the person who competes. And then مسابق is the things being competed over. ساهم is to contribute. ساهم, he contributed. يساهم, he contributes. ساهم, that's giving order or giving an order for someone to contribute. مساهمة is contributing or contribution. مساهم is the contributor, the person who contributes. And then مساهم is the things that is being contributed. Like say, you are contributing $10 for any sake. So the $10 would be مساهم, the contributed. One last thing I wanted to point out here, as you can see here, the background here is kind of greenish, different than this one. And the entire reason or the whole reason of this division is these are the verbs and these are the nouns. And as you can notice here, most or a lot of Arabic nouns start with the meme. But because of the nature or the mechanic of how to form the noun here. Thank you so much. شكرا جزيلا وأراكم في الفيديو القادم